Allison, it was warmer when I stepped outside this morning, and that's because we may have some storms on the way. Is that right?
That's right, Elise. So we've had clouds rolling in during the overnight hours. Anytime you have that cloud cover at night, that kind of helps trap and keep the heat down here at the surface. And we're certainly noticing a difference as far as our temperatures go, especially if you look off to the west. So 62 in northwest Bledsoe County, 64 in Dalton, we're 60 right here in Chattanooga, 66 in Fort Payne. So clouds have moved into those areas sooner during the overnight hours. We're seeing the mildest air there. Now, if you're over to the north and east, a little bit cooler in the 50s, but still we're not seeing any 40s, and we're certainly not seeing any 30s this morning. So already a different start to the day. And as we go through the day, also difference because we're talking about rain and storms. Now, this is not going to be a complete washout. Activity today will be scattered, so that means not every location receiving rainfall, but since we have been so nice with our weather for the past 2.5 weeks, nothing really to worry about. We want to make sure nobody's caught off guard, so we're calling it a storm alert weather day. Number one, just because of that rain and storm potential, but number two, there is a low end risk that we could see an isolated strong to severe storm. So here's your day planner. Again, starting off warmer this morning, 8 a.m. 60 degrees, 69 at lunchtime, and then 75 at 3 o'clock. So we're still looking at those afternoon highs today in the low to mid 70s. Do expect more clouds though, some showers this morning, hit or miss activity for the afternoon, and then as we head into tonight, we're going to have a fading line of storms moving in from our western communities. So here's a look at the current clouds and radar setup. Again, clouds have been pushing in across our area. They're beginning to fill in a little bit more. Rainfall though is still just outside of our area. You can see kind of that bigger batch right here, but there are some isolated showers too that are further down to the southwest of us. We'll be watching this whole line lifting up this morning, I think 6-7 a.m. seeing that moving into our area. I'm going to pull back even further because I mentioned that line coming in from the west for tonight. That's associated with this cold front. So we're talking about activity through the day today, but then tonight that cold front sweeping through and passing over our area. So when we're looking at the severe outlook for your Wednesday, the main risk is to the west of us around the Memphis area, Mississippi River extending just to Nashville. For our local area, we're at this level 1 marginal risk. Now for us, timing will be Wednesday afternoon through early on Thursday morning. So again, those scattered storms during Wednesday afternoon and then tonight into early Thursday morning, that's when we're going to be looking at the chance for that line to push through associated with that cold front. So most of our area now is at that low end level 1 marginal risk. So what are the threats? Well, the number one is the chance for some damaging wind gusts. That's really the primary threat. These other two much lower. So very low for some tornadoes for our western communities and slim to none as far as our chances for hail. Let's look at those individual maps then. So here's the 5% risk. Again, that's the lowest risk for that wind damage across most of our area. And then we're looking at that 2% tornado risk for our western communities. So basically the ridge lines here and westward is where we have that risk. And then the hail risk is pretty much that exact same area, lowest chance at 5%. So again, low grade event, but especially since we've had our weather so nice recently, we really want to make sure that you're aware of that. So let's time that out. Here's a look at those scattered showers moving in this morning. Again, generally after 6 a.m. pushing through across the area. I think by about 11 a.m. that morning rain is pretty much done, and we're looking at a midday lull and break. Could even see some breaks in the clouds. It is going to be breezy today with that wind picking up from the south, some gusts around 20 miles per hour possible. Then after 2 o'clock, we start to have these hit or miss scattered showers and storms popping up for the afternoon. Again, not every location receiving that, but there's that potential for the afternoon. A little bit of a break, and then after 9 p.m., here comes that fading line of storms. So the worst for the Cumberland Plateau once it heads into the valley overnight, beginning to fade out. But I would say most of that done by about 3 a.m. A couple of still isolated showers possible until about 10 a.m. on Thursday morning. And then the rest of your Thursday, improving conditions by the afternoon. Look at this, a lot more sunshine and that wind coming from the northwest. So again, it's a brief window of time that we have to watch for that rainfall potential, but we are calling it a storm alert weather day for today. Temperature wise, it's still going to be really comfortable. So again, highs in the low to mid 70s, 76 degrees in Chattanooga today. Tomorrow is going to be in the 70s again. And then Friday, really beautiful with tons of sunshine.